Hi everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mansions. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate every single one of you so much. And for your support and likes and comments and so forth. Welcome to my Sun Sign Love series, where I pick 2 sun signs. And today's sun signs are going to be for Libra and Virgo. Toss my dice just before I start the video because it tends to fall and there's repeats that come up. But I'm really happy about this. And for those that are new, basically I read and talk a little bit about each sun sign, why I think you have beautiful, positive aspects to this connection. Connection of love being all different types, you know, it doesn't have to be one specific. There's many different types of love to be had and to be given and to be shared. And it's my favorite topic in life, pretty much. So it's what I've studied the most. And then I do read your specific energies and messages with the Tarot. Today I'm using the Art Nouveau Tarot. I've started this month with the Art Nouveau Tarot because we're in sun season of Leo, and it's all about the sun, and it's about the glow and the vibrance and the energy and our egos, which is exactly what the whole sun sign series is about. It's just the sun sign, which is 1/12 of who we are. It's a very important part, however. And so I like the gold, which represents to me the sun, and every single card has a beautiful shiny aspect to it that I don't know is picked up with my camera, but you'll see hopefully as I show them to you. So I'll read those information and messages as well. And so let's start with the 2 sun signs. Let's start with Virgo. Virgo comes just before Libra, and Virgo is an earth sign. Virgo, I'm a Libra. I have so many Virgo people in my life, and I have my whole life, and I didn't plan it. You don't plan these things. You're either in occupations that they're in, or, you know, there's something about you that resonates naturally, which is the phenomenon about the mystical parts of life and astrology. You know, we gravitate towards people. We can get along with everybody. I really believe that. But there are just certain people that we just have this resonance. There are lessons we need to learn. There are soulmates. There are life companions. There are quick friends, you know, seasoned sort of type of thing. But either way, the Virgo is a grounded earth sign, and they are ruled by Mercury. And Mercury is all about the mind, analytical, very intelligent people, very learned in anything that they choose to learn about. And believe me, they will learn and study until they know everything there is to know about it. And I admire that in Virgos so much. The Virgo people that I know, the doctors, the chiropractors, you know, usually in the service of helping others. But that realm is so large, you know, it's not just the medical, of course, but the ones I specifically know outside of friends. Anything I need to ask, I honestly, it's just, oh, yeah, let me show you that, and so forth. And it's just a really, really beautiful recognition, in addition to them being extremely helpful and reliable and very grounded. I mean, like I said, they're an earth sign. So you've got this stable part to them. You feel the security. You feel the, they have a drive. They're a mutable sign. They're very adaptable, which is different. The other 2 earth signs, there's 3 elements per, you know, sign in the astrology, and the other 2, being Taurus and Capricorn, are also grounded and have many of the similar personality traits, but they're not as mutable. They're not as willing to change, because the earth tends to be slowest in change. However, they also last the longest a lot of times in whatever they're doing, whatever endeavor they're, you know, working towards or with. And certainly in their relationships. So that's a key component that I love with most every earth sign I've ever been in touch with, ever studied about, ever, you know, recognized in my personal life. The endurance, you know, the patience, the fortitude, and the steadiness to just continually put their eye on the prize and know that it'll come because they're not in a rush. That's not to say they can't move fast. I don't mean to put that out there. But you know what I'm saying. And then there's also the fact that they love nature. They love the natural things. They generally take good care of themselves and care about that sort of thing. And then they can therefore be better for other people. They can work really, really hard, sometimes workaholic type of hard, right? They need to balance that kind of in their life, versus family and friends and love relations versus job. It's kind of a struggle at times for them. And I find that they can be extremely critical of themselves, you know, but not everybody knows that. You know, you see this confidence in a Virgo and this steadfast, you know, intelligence, like I said, but they have this constant thing inside where they're wanting to improve and do better and seek more answers of the world, right? Which is, I think it's super admirable. And they can be kind of laid back for sure, but I've known a lot of Virgos that are laid back until you get to know them, and then they're very verbal and very capable of great communication, great conversations, fun, you know, just overall good times, and definitely somebody you can trust and rely on, you know, someone you can tell your deepest secrets to. They're not going to tell anybody. You can totally trust them on that. Most signs don't have that capability, but you definitely have that with a Virgo. And the other part of them is that they, let's see, what could I say? They are, they're not easy to change. They definitely might, if they get upset, they're not going to necessarily forget easily. So you have to give them time to overcome things or difficulties. I found this to be true. And they will, you know, they'll come around. They like to be correct. And most of the time they really are. So just know that in advance as well. But their heart's in the right place, you know. They've studied really long, so they want to be given that credit and recognized for that. And so there's that as well. But then we have the fact, and they are a feminine sign. And then we have the Libra. Libra's the air sign. Libra's just after Virgo. So that's what's interesting. We're in Leo season now, and I'm going to bring that up more because it's so important with what's happening with relationships right now and this vitality that's coming through for all of us. But we're in Leo season now, and then it becomes Virgo. So before you know it, it's Virgo's birthdays. It's Virgo's season to really embrace it. They call it the solar return. Usually if you ask for specific gifts or, you know, requests or prayers to be answered, they will happen in your birthday season. I always highly recommend that you write them down and put them out to the universe. It's your time. And so that's exciting. And then that's from the latter part of this month, the 22nd, and then going on through the 22nd of September. Then it becomes Libra. So see, you're right next to each other. So I always say the signs before and after kind of almost understand each other just by osmosis or just being connected in that way versus planets that are 6, you know, signs apart, which is then our polar opposite. But then I go into more detail. So I'll stop myself there. There's so much to learn and so much depth and clarity and understanding with astrology. But so then the Libra is the symbol of balance. They're the air sign. They're the thoughts. They're the intellect. There you have right there that connection with the Virgo. Virgos and Libras can talk about all sorts of topics. They're interested in all sorts of things. And as I said, being a Libra, I am interested in everything. I want to know what I can. I want to excel in that way and use my brain and my mind and my words to communicate and connect. I care greatly, and most Libras care a lot about relationships of all levels. Life is about love and relationships. There's 350 billion people in the world, you know, and yeah, it's good to have independence, and both of these signs have that. They're very capable of living very, very complete and content lives without a specific love connection in the matter of like husband and wife, marriage, and that sort of thing. But relationships are important to everybody, so it could be on a different realm, but it's definitely very, very high on the list for Libras. And so that's an important aspect. Libra's ruled by the sign, the planet Venus, which is absolutely about love. It's about money. It's about beauty. It's about feeling good, looking good, caring. It's a magical, beautiful planet, right? So the Libra wants to look good. They want to be in areas and situations where it looks good around them, where they feel there's a kind of a cleanliness and an order, a balance, you know, that equilibrium is important. Disarray and discord is very, very hard and harsh and harmful in ways to Libra. Of course, we have to see it, but they don't particularly care for it at all. I know for myself, I'm almost what they would call OCD, where not legitimate. You know, I know there's a lot of very severe cases, and I don't mean to undermine that in any way. I just have to have things kind of neat and orderly in ways that not everybody has, but that's also what happens with a lot of Virgos. This is general, and I know Virgos that will not agree with that, but on the whole, Virgos want everything to be clean, everything to be in order and have a place, and you know, just that everything has to be so, and details are very important to Virgo and to Libras. Now, I happen to have one planet in Virgo. That's my only Earth planet out of the 12. And it is in Pluto, and that's about transformation, and it's about critical, you know, and kind of dissecting things and you know, and tearing yourself apart to rebuild yourself back up. And so I get that a lot and understand that in the Virgo. But Libras are also about, you know, friends and caring and wanting to have as many connections as possible, all walks of life, all fairness and equality is imperative to us. Everyone matters, right? And that's always been the case. And it's harmful and hurtful and sad to see it otherwise. And then also, there's a very spiritual side to a lot of Libras and interest in mystical things, and there's a good psychic connection that usually comes through with a lot of Libras, as well as Virgos. My neighbors are Virgo and Libra combination. I see it all the time. This is a very common and very understandable connection that I think is so productive as far as learning about each other, sharing with each other, and being there for each other, you know? And a Libra a lot of times will put themselves second in order to have a better relationship, right? And that's what a lot of us think. It's a people-pleasing aspect, which is not something that is necessarily beneficial in the end, though we do still care. We want to care about people always. We have to watch for that, because that's not when you're doing that for others and you're depleting yourself, you're not helping anybody at all, right? And in time you get to learn these things, hopefully, you know, and it takes a while. It's taken me a while, and I still do things, you know. I'm a human being, but I'm a spirit in this being. We're all light, and we have incredible opportunities to transform and do whatever it is we really want to do. I don't have much more to say about these two. I have made other videos, of course you can check back on that, but just as a kind of a beginning stage for the beginners who are not aware of these two particular traits and aspects to these sun signs, I'd like to put that out. But it's a beautiful, long-lasting relationship, and you know, the stubbornness of a Virgo at times, which also, by the way, Libras have, they can work through it. You know, they want the happiness. They want to feel good. They want to be giving and caring, and you know, balance it out when things aren't working. It's important to both sides. So let us talk about your actual reading. And it'll be under 4 categories, and then I'm going to pick from my 3 oracles for this month. I change them up the best I can. I'll explain them as we go along. And so I'll lay out the first 4 cards for you and mention again, yes, we are in Leo season. It's phenomenal for having fun, letting go. You know, we've all been through so much, and I can feel it in so many ways how it's really changed me, like I had heard it would. I thought, okay, I wasn't sure what that meant. You know, I was open to understanding, but I just wasn't really sure, and I'm getting it now. You know, it's huge. It was just a lot. It's a lot that we've experienced, and we've gotten through it. And I know there's been a lot of loss and a lot of sorrow and a lot of adapting to the situation, and I feel for everybody. I send Reiki healing, restorative energy to the world every day as a Reiki master practitioner. Seeing it whole and complete, bringing that love energy is the best thing I think we can do. Hopefully lifting your spirits and the energy. And so, yeah, we've gone through a lot, but Leo season is fun. It's about getting out there and rejoining and bringing out that part of us that wants to have fun, you know, letting go of and setting aside the work, setting aside anything else. I know all sorts of people that are saying, I'm going away this weekend now, I'm going to do that. And they're not being crazy, they're being safe, and masks are involved and all that still, which makes perfect sense. But letting go and having fun, that's the key thing. And being generous of heart, you know, being around the ones that we love so very much is very key. And then, you know, we've had Mars in Aries, and that's been since the latter part of June, and that's going to be through January. That's a double whammy for energy. And if you're feeling that, that's a big part of why that's happening. And also, it can be erratic and it can be a little bit too forceful at times. We have to kind of slow ourselves down when we feel that energy, that extra energy, which is, you know, can lead to disagreements and harsh, you know, words being said, unmeaning to do so, and just taking those deep breaths, shutting out the outside world that is causing, you know, conflict or issues that are not a part of your life. Definitely closing that off is important right now too. And then we had Cancer. Venus went into Cancer yesterday. So Venus, like I said, is all about love, and it's all about our relationships, and it's about our money, and it's about feeling good. And when it's in Cancer, that's a water sign. It's so loving and receptive and gentle and sensitive, and it's heart, it's emotion, it's feeling. And I know you're going to be feeling that. That's through September 6th. That's what's going into all the relationships. The readings are coming out describing and understanding that so very, very well. But let's start with you. Oh, and the foundation for this reading, and today being August 8th. It's an 8, it's a power number, it's a manifestation number, it's fiery, it's abundant, it's miraculous. And you have the Queen of Wands, which is exactly that. It's fire. It can be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And we have two of those huge elements happening right now as it is. So you're picking up and you're feeling that really strongly. I think you're having regenerations in your own energy. If you haven't been feeling well, if you've been off balance, Libra, you're sensing that that's really coming to play. Information has come through in my life that I waited over 4 months for in the last week alone. You know, we just have to be patient and have to trust. And I did, but it still affected me, but I still didn't let go of the fact that I knew things would change, and they have. And those eclipses that we had, the 3 in a row, we're still feeling information. They're still telling this story to the end of the month, end of the year and onward. It's a lot. It's time to have fun. It's time to remember that part of us that loves to have fun and laugh and enjoy ourselves, not overdoing it. You want to keep your body intact, right? But I know that both of you understand that, so I won't elaborate on that much. Listen to your intuition. Fiery, fiery, loving, generous, passionate, beautiful energy is what this beautiful Queen represents. Though it doesn't have to be a female, it does represent the maternal energy, you know, because we each have the feminine and the masculine. I forgot to mention, Virgo has the feminine duality and Libra has the masculine. So that's another thing, like the yin and yang, that just fits together and complements each other. It's a great combination. So that's the fiery, beautiful foundation that you're working on and wanting to move forward and wanting to have excitement and wanting to have fun, right? Now, the first category and the first card is going to be under the overall energy for this day and moving forward. Let me double check. I think it's, oh no, it's strength. Okay, that is so perfect. The major arcana, strength. That's Leo. That is the lion. That is the strength in us that we have no matter what comes our way. You know, you hear these stories about, you know, mothers who can lift cars because their children have accidentally, you know, been, or I don't want to go into detail about it. We have strength we don't even know sometimes. When it needs to be utilized, it will come forth. And every single one of us has shown that in the last few months with having to just accept the complete unknown, the complete unexpected, right? Well, you're definitely doing this in spades, and you've got that fire energy, and you're feeling good about it. You're feeling strong, and there's nothing that can really stop you from your ambitions, your dreams, your time to have fun. because you're going to make that happen. And I love that. That is absolutely perfect for what is exactly what I was speaking of. And what we're being offered and what we're being given, should we choose to utilize it. Always free will. These are energies that come in and then they go, because that's what life's about. It's a continuum, right? But utilize this the best you can, because it's strong and powerful, and it can lead to things that you may not even understand at this moment. I absolutely love that for you. The next category is under the category of possible blessings or obstacles, and you have the World. I mean, there's nothing you cannot achieve. This is phenomenal. It's a major arcana as well. You know, you may be moving. It's very common with this particular symbolism of this card. And if it's not today, or you're thinking about it, you know, and a lot of people have been moving. It's going to be going on for a few years with specific signs in particular, but maybe you know exactly what I'm speaking of. And maybe this is to a better place, because right now that energy is going to bring in opportunities that wouldn't necessarily be there otherwise. And the heavy Capricorn influence of this year through the end of the year is really kind of subsiding. We have the major planets, that slower moving planets that are in Capricorn still in retrograde. Uranus goes forward in September, or maybe at the latter part. No, it's actually the middle part of this month, excuse me. So, or it goes in retrograde, forgive me. But otherwise, Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter have been in Capricorn in retrograde, and they remain that way, and that kind of subsides things a bit, you know, keeps it not so prevalent as to the situation that has happened from the beginning of the year. That's exactly when things really, really took place. And so I'm glad that it's still in retrograde, but you know, the world is your oyster. What do you want to do with it? You've got influences from, what do we have? Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, I believe, and there's one other I'm not really understanding right now, but it's just that there's several influences from different astrology signs, all giving us that strength. They're all fixed signs is the main thing that needs to be understood. So it's really being set and making that decision, and knowing that we have the ability to create anything we choose. And I feel that so strongly for you. I feel that because of the powerful strength and energy that are coming through. But I feel that that's something that's been within you anyway. It just activates it and releases it. I consider that a blessing. Unless there's a move you weren't necessarily anticipating, have faith, because you will find the place you need to be. This is going to be in your favor. Absolutely love that. The next category is the category of love. One of my favorites, and it is it's the Page of Swords. So this is about the air element specifically, and it is definitely conversations, new information. The page is always the new, you know, less mature, but you know, fresh, new start, new information about your relationship, new maybe it's a new relationship for a lot of you. You know, it's just kind of been happening online and stuff, and so the communication has been there, but it's still growing, right? Well, watch and see where it goes with Venus in Cancer. I have really high hopes, so keep it going and trust in it, because that's what this is saying to you. Or, you know, it could have to do with children. Maybe you're talking about having children. Maybe you know you're going to have a child in October, which is later part of September, October, which is Libra, or it could be next year, Aquarian or Gemini up through June. January, February being, you know, Aquarius. So let me know, leave me a comment. And congratulations, because I've been hearing, as a massage therapist who is not able to open my business yet, I'm still getting people calling every day, and there's ladies that are going to be having children, and I have to let them know I still have to wait. It's just not quite the right time, and I'm not supposed to legally, you know, so. Anyway, I digress. Beautiful words of encouragement, beautiful communication happening, and something new is on the horizon, and I don't know if it is the new place. It has to do with the two of you. It could be a new job opportunity, a new partnership in work, new friends, when you're going out and having fun, getting away, you're going to meet people, and it's love. It's a really beautiful time. It's summer, go for it. Sun is shining, the Leo is ruled by the sun. We're talking about sun signs. It's perfect now, and it is the 8th month, which is once again that incredible, beautiful, manifestational, powerful, abundant month. Very prosperous month. So, speaking of which, the next category I like to do is under the category of finances. You've got the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles is money. Pentacles is our sustenance. It's our foundation. It's the earth signs. Right, Virgo? So you get it. And I know, I got to be honest, I think both are very capable, being the Libra and Virgo, of finances, but I really think that the Virgo helps immensely in this field. They're very, very knowledgeable of how to make the most from their money, and they can share that with Libra, and Libra can appreciate that in years to come. How do we invest properly? How do we have smart money management? Well, that's where the Virgo can help us, right? If for some reason it's not something that's been prominent for you. I forgot to mention that. Very vital. But you're getting information, and it's new information once again about your money. So there's more coming in. There's more promise. It's maybe starting an investment, like I said. Investing in a home that you're moving into. Investing in a family that may be coming along, children, or having them stay with you if they haven't been, and just knowing you've got the money it takes. It's a slow energy, but with generally the Knights. This doesn't have to be a slow message, though. This is something that's already probably come through. We're on the 8th of August. Could have happened at the beginning of the month. We'll certainly hear about it. We've got the new moon in Leo, which is, once again, fiery information, motion, action, and that's on the 18th. I would be very surprised if you're not hearing about this new money, this new opportunity, this new income by that new moon. Certainly by September. Positive, beautiful readings, like I said. I love them. And now I'm going to go into the oracle messages I have. Now this deck I incorporated this month. I'd forgotten. It's been behind me all the time, but I've had it for a decade or more. It's all about colors and the energy that we receive from colors, because we love colors. I mean, I'm wearing them all today because I love color, but I also love purple. And when you feel really good in a color or people compliment you, that's generally your color. And you probably know exactly what that is. But I'm going to close my eyes so I don't have a preference and just pull out what the message is for you about this color and what it can mean for you as a relationship. Ooh. Well, you've got the beautiful, beautiful yellow for the solar plexus of strength and empowerment. And I believe that came up, did it not? And then red, which is our root chakra, our stability, our security, and red is so prominent for fire signs and Leos and Aries and Sag. It's just perfect. And your message is, first of all, it's 19. 9 plus 1 in numerology becomes a 1. It's new transformation. It's a new cycle. You have courage. There's that solar plexus. No matter what, I know I will always be okay. I have the courage and inner conviction to own my power, my truth, and live in harmony guided by my inner strength. Isn't that beautiful? So this is so congruent and beautifully said in regards to your reading. It's all coming through. It's all absolutely synchronistic for you. I love that. I love that when that happens, and Spirit loves being able to do that and share that with you. The next oracle is this fell out, super attractor manifestation, where we manifest our lives through our feeling and belief and trust, and it just makes it happen. Try a small little manifestation just to test out the waters. Do things instantly come in, and like I think it and here it is? Sometimes. But they do come in, sometimes obviously not in ways we necessarily think, but you can check the signs, you can understand. If you're patient and you believe in divine timing like I do, I think we've all been having to do that, which is probably a huge reason why we're going through what we're going through. You can create that life you want. I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day. I strengthen my faith in the love of the universe. There's that co-creation, that collaboration, right? That feeling and strengthening my faith and love. Just everybody connected, the hands of the world, right? I love that so much. That is absolutely beautiful. And last but not least, the Healing with the Angels message for you, specifically for the two of you. Just this extra message, you know, because our angels are absolutely there for us, and I ask for guidance all the time. And I'll be doggone if I don't receive it. It's so beautiful. So let's see what your special intention. It's everything. It's how we want to live. It's what we want to put out there. What are our thoughts? What are we thinking? What are our intentions, you know? Going forward in any situation, or just being still in this present moment. I absolutely love this reading for the two of you. I love this connection. I pray you're going to do amazing things and have fun, right? That's the ultimate. I'm going to put that in the description, you know. The main thing is the strength and just, I don't know, just knowing you can do whatever you need to do or want to do, making it happen. We'll figure out that second word. Not sure yet. I really appreciate you being here. I always do. It will never get old for me. And if you did like it, I greatly appreciate you subscribing, liking, sharing, maybe pushing the notification bell because it lets you know when I upload the videos. Most importantly, though, as I say to everybody, take extremely good care of yourself. Please enjoy your life. Please look at the beautiful blessings right in front of you that are there always, and this wonderful love connection. You can work through anything when you have the desire to do so. So until next time, thank you very much. Bye for now.